Here's a Johnny Cash hit from 1979 called One Piece at a Time. It was #1 hit for him and a crossover hit. Goes like this. Well, I left Kentucky back in '49, went to Detroit working on the assembly line. First year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch those beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry, 'cause I always wanted me one that was long and black. One day I devised myself a plan that would be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in a lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired, and I had me a car with at least $100,000. And I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I have the only one there is around. Well, the very next day when I punched in with my big lunchbox and a little help from my friends, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gears. I've never considered myself a thief, but GM wouldn't miss just one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. The first day I got me a fuel pump, the next day I got me an engine and a trunk, then the next day I got a transmission with all the chrome. The little things I could get in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all four shocks, but the big stuff we snuck out my buddy's mobile home. Now up to now my plan went all right till we tried to put it all together one night. That's when we noticed that there was something definitely wrong. The transmission was a 53 and the motor turned out to be a 73, and when we tried to put in the bolts, all the holes was gone. So we drilled it out so that it would fit, and with a little bit of help from an 8-adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a song. Now the headlights, they were another sight. There were 2 on the left and 1 on the right, and we pulled out the switch, all 3 of them come on. Back end looked kind of funny too, but we put it together and we got through. That's when we noticed that we only had 1 tail fin. About this time my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubts, but she opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get to Tex, and I headed right on down the main drag. I could hear everybody laughing for blocks around. But up there at the courthouse, they didn't laugh, 'cause the tie put up and took the whole staff, and when they got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. Yeah, I got it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I have the only one there is around. Yeah there, Red Rider, this is the Cottonmouth in the Psychobilly Cadillac, come on. This is the Cottonmouth and a negatory on the cost of this machine there, Red Rider. You might say I went right up to the factory and picked it up, 'cause it's cheaper that way. What model is it? Well, it's a 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. It's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 automobile. And I got it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I have the only one there is around. One piece at a time from 1979.